Hello Yogis, Jess here, owner and creator of the Yogic Body online and in studio, and I am joining you from none other than the Yogic Body studio. In today's class, we're going to do a fun little warrior series, what I like to call a warrior dance. So we don't come on down to the ground. We're going to start from standing in mountain pose and work on our feet in several standing postures for a quick, fun, on the feet yoga video. So join me, unroll your mat, and I will see you on the flip side.
So not only are we working from our standing series for a warrior dance, but we're also coming into some balance work as well. Please join me here on your mat as we stand first to begin in mountain pose. So here at the top of your mat, option to bring big toes to touch and knock your heels apart, right? Our traditional mountain pose. Now, if you'd also prefer a little more room for the hips here, which I usually like, you're welcome to bring your feet here 2 fist width distance apart. You're always welcome to fold forward here, placing 2 fists in between your feet to ensure that you are correctly distanced here between the feet. So join me here as we ground our way up, first through the feet, maybe drawing our toes here up off the mat, spreading them out, and then gently placing them back down. Welcoming a gentle tuck here, an activation of our core as we gently turn our tail up and in. So almost like your hips here are a bowl losing water. If this cue makes not a lick of sense to you, no worries. All I can say is that sometimes during my practice, I've had crunching through my low back. So if it's helpful for you, maintain this slight activation through glute and core here, tucking tail up and under. With that, draw your shoulders down your back here, chest forward, grow a little taller through spine to the crown of the head, tucking your chin here to neutral, so not overly tucked and not extending back and up, but just a gentle neutral tuck here to the chin. If I can say tuck again, it will be quite a win for the day. Join me now as you place your palms at your sides, palms facing forward here. And we're just here in mountain pose, grounding through our feet, feeling this gentle activation through core, relaxing shoulders away from the ears, standing tall, proud, confident here in mountain pose, Tadasana. And again, you're welcome to close your eyes, of course, or keep an easy gaze ahead. But here again, as we ground, I want you to consider this intention here of taking this mountain pose, this one long line from the crown of your head to the backs of your heels. I want you to consider taking this very pose with you, this alignment, confidence, with you through every pose that we encounter today. So coming through, of course, our warrior 1, 2, 3. I'm going to throw in a little eagle pose and a little forward fold. And of course, we will dance. So as we do all of that mindful movement here from standing, I want you to just consider this grounding, this ease through the upper back body, this power through the core and low back, this equal, even footing through the feet. Let's just continue to breathe here as we stand in mountain pose. Again, you're welcome to close your eyes. Noticing if you can elongate your breath, drawing your inhales not only into your chest, but a little deeper into the belly. Take one more breath. Exhale. One more, yogis. Biggest inhale you've taken all day. Let it go with a little sound. On your next inhale, you're welcome to open your eyes, raise your arms up and high, volcano pose. And on your next exhale, let's begin a little mindful movement as we sink on back, chair pose. You're welcome to bring palms to heart center or keep them up and raised back behind you. Sinking down here, nobody sits in a chair like this, might I add, but envisioning that if you were to sit in a chair like this, that you're about to sit your butt down in that chair. So join me now as you, again, unclench toes away from the mat. Keep this gentle activation, just like in mountain pose, through the core. Shoulders down your back and chin to neutral. If you want a little more heat, yogis, you're welcome again to raise your heels here up off the mat and sink down a little further. But wherever you are, take one more deep round of breath. Exhale, mountain pose, Tadasana, straightening your legs. Inhale, mountain pose, raise your arms up. Exhale, sink chair. Two deep rounds of breath, just getting some heat here to the body, a little warm, continuing to breathe. Unclench your jaw, unfurrow your brow, easy gaze ahead or eyes closed. One more inhale. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, reach and rise, volcano. Exhale, chair. Just one final time here in our mountain volcano chair series. One more deep breath. Exhale, mountain pose. Join me, yogis, as you place your palms at heart center. Left leg rises up and back behind you, or I should say, just up. And join me here as you bend through your right knee. Hold chair for 3, 2, 1. Left leg back behind you for warrior 2. Here in warrior 2, the blade edge of your left foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Consider here as though you drew a line through the middle of your mat, that you have heel to heel alignment between right and left heel. Options for the arms, Lokma, no hands with palms at heart center, or palms outside to side, traditional warrior 2 here, with your right knee stacked over right ankle. Gentle activation of core, shoulders down the back, chin to neutral, peeking over right fingertips. Here in our warrior 2, unclench your toes. Take 2 deep rounds of inhales. On your next inhale, yogis, we will dance our warrior. Flip both palms face up. Straighten through front right knee. As you inhale, reach up and high for 5. Exhale, warrior 2. For 4, reach. Inhale, reach. 3. Inhale, reach. 2. One final dance here, yogis. Inhale, reach for 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Palms at heart center, look to the top of your mat, step, chair pose. 2 deep rounds of inhales. Exhale, mountain pose. Palms back at heart center. Right leg rises here just to a hover atop your mat. Bend through left knee as you hold for 3, 2, 1. Find warrior 2, right foot back behind you. Blade edge of right foot parallel to the back of the mat. Heel to heel alignment between right and left heels. Gentle tuck of the tail here. I use the word tuck yet again. So proud. And join me now as you stack. Again, left knee over left ankle, shoulders over hips, palms at heart center or out side to side. 3 deep rounds of inhales here, warrior 2. Yogis, flip both palms face up. Let's dance. Inhale, reach for 5. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reach for 4. Exhale, warrior 2. You've got it here for 3. Inhale, reach 2. And one final dance here, reach on up and high. Exhale, warrior 2. One big breath. Palms at heart center, look to the top step, chair pose. If you want a little more out of this, yogis, you always know the options here persist. Raising arms up high overhead, goal posting arms, even binding arms back behind you. Option to raise your heels up off the mat and sink on back down. One deep round of breath. Meet me back in Tadasana, mountain pose. Yogis, we're going to find a bit of a dance here again in a different way from warrior two. So inhale, reach your palms up. Exhale, palms at heart center. Left leg up and high, back behind you, warrior two. One deep round of breath. All 10 toes point in toward one another here as we then turn left toes to face the back of our mat. Warrior two. You'll get the hang of it, no worries. Just keep your eyes here on the video. Palms at heart center. Look to the top of the back of your mat. Step on up, chair pose. All right, yogis, let's keep it up here. Right leg up. Back behind you, warrior two. So we're still here facing the back of our mat. Straight edge of the back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Right toes point to the front of our mat here, warrior two. One deep round of breath. Palms at heart center, look to the top step, chair. We've got 2 more times here, yogis, so join me. Y'all professionals by now on this one. I know it. Inhale, left leg up and high, back behind you. Warrior two. Set up your alignment here, one big deep breath. And find your warrior two to face the back of the mat. One inhale. Palms at heart center, look to the back of your mat, step, chair pose. One more, yogis, right leg up and high, back behind you. Warrior two to face the back of your mat. Find warrior two facing the front. One inhale. Palms at heart center, look to the top step for chair. Welcoming a little balance here as right leg rises here to a hover atop your mat for 3, 2, 1. Find eagle pose, right leg over left. Options for the arms here, palms at heart center. Any variation we've described, goalposts, up high, or taking traditional eagle arms with right arm under left, palms to your shoulders, or palms to touch. Find your variation of choice as we hang here, just in our eagle pose for one more deep breath. Setting up now for warrior three, Charlie's Angel's hands, right? So steepling your fingers here and guiding right leg back behind you as your palms fall overhead. And you shift your weight forward. Welcome a little wobble here on the mat to warrior three. One long line here from the tops of your toes to your fingers. One more breath. Come on back to eagle pose. Easy gaze ahead. We've got 2 more, yogis. You can do anything 2 more times. One more breath. Warrior three. Charlie's Angel's fingers overhead. Right leg back behind you. Palms overhead as you shift your weight forward. Grounded through the left foot here. Mountain pose through every pose. One more breath. Eagle pose. I know we feel it, yogis. You've got one more. Settle in here to eagle. Just 2 big rounds of inhales. Find warrior three, exhale. Coming into warrior one, right leg back behind you, palms at heart center. Yogis, heel toe your left toes now, just a hair from the middle of your mat. Squaring your hips up here to the front of your mat. Our back right foot is just about 45 degrees to the back of the mat, so a little different than in warrior two. But same here in warrior one. Shoulders down your back, stacking ankle over knee. Welcome, 2 deep rounds of breath here in Warrior One. And yogis will begin to dance here. Raise your palms up high overhead. Exhale, folding forward. For 5, inhale, reach, Warrior One. 4, inhale, reach. 2, inhale, reach, yogis, for 3. Exhale, 2. 1, strong yogi legs here, fold forward, inhale, reach up and high. Palms at heart center, look to the top step, chair pose. 1 deep round of breath. Left leg to a hover here atop your mat for 3, 2, 1, eagle pose. No rest for the wicked yogis, and only kidding, you are always welcome to take rest. You know, no shame in the game. 1 more deep round of breath. And find your Warrior 3 on the left-hand side. Left leg up and high, back behind you. Here for 3, 2, 1. Back to eagle. Holding eagle here. 1 more deep round of breath. Come on back. Warrior 3. One more inhale. Back to eagle. 1 final time here. Eagle to Warrior 3. Settle into your eagle pose. 1 more deep round of breath. Join me in Warrior 3 1 final time here on the mat today. Left leg back behind you for Warrior 1. Heel toeing, right toes just a hair from the middle of your mat. Squaring your hips to face the front of your mat. Gentle activation of core. Back left foot is 45 degrees to the back of your mat. Just 2 big rounds of breath here in Warrior 1. Yogis, inhale, raise your palms up and high. Exhale, fold forward for 5. Inhale, reach. Fold for 4. Inhale, reach. Fold for 3. Inhale, reach. 2. And 1. Inhale, reach back to Warrior 1. Palms at heart center. Look to the top step. Chair pose. Back to mountain. Inhale, volcano. Exhale, palms at heart center as left leg comes back behind you for a straddle here. All 10 toes point in here like they're pointing into one middle line at the middle of your mat. Palms at your hips. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips, leading with one long line here through your spine. Option to place your palms here on blocks or even books if you have them handy. Maybe even dropping palms to the mat. Option to grab the outstep of both feet, or even take a funky twist here. If a full straddle is in your practice, you're welcome to take that now. Easy does it. Yogis, you're welcome to shake your head yes and no. Even to link opposite palm to opposite elbow here as you hang heavy and sway with breath from side to side. One more deep round of breath. Stay through your exhale. Join me as you place your palms on your hips in a half lift And inhale, ground through the blade edge of both feet as you slowly come back to standing from your forward fold. Right toes point forward. Look to the top of your mat. Step, mountain pose. And just one more round here, yogis, as we inhale, reach for volcano. Exhale and chair. One more breath. Exhale, mountain pose. Option to close your eyes here. Palms at heart center. Join me, yogis, as you take 2 of the biggest inhales you've taken all day. Inhale, fill out. Exhale, let it go with a sigh. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, sigh it out. On your next breath, inhale, raise your palms up high overhead. As your palms come to touch at the top, draw them down through forehead or back at heart center. As we seal our practice here on the mat today, yogis, you know it, your yoga comes with you off the mat. Not only do we come to class to practice our postures, but to take our yoga outside of the classroom for a more compassionate world. As always, from my mat to yours, namaste. Yogis, thank you for joining me in today's class. I hope that with every video here at the Yogic Body Studio that I've given you just a glimpse into what a diverse yoga practice can look like, that it doesn't always have to look like these 2 spectrums of power yoga or meditation, and that instead our yoga can look very different depending on any given day. And I'm always so excited to have you join me here on the mat as we practice our physical postures called asana of yoga. Yogis, thank you again for joining me in your asana practice. I will see you soon.